Hey guys, a couple of my thoughts on the current Senate inquiry with Mark Zuckerberg at the moment, and the comments never cease to amaze me as far as people's perspective, and that's really what this is about. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs or the technicalities or whatever it is. It's just given the assumption that maybe you've heard something about the fact that Facebook is currently being questioned around privacy. The thing is, every single one of us, you and I, give our privacy away in exchange for convenience every single day. That means, in some cases, getting groceries delivered to our house from a supermarket. It means using a Flybuys card. It means using a Woolworths card. It means using 99% of the apps that we use on a daily basis. Could be ordering a pizza, ordering an Uber. Doesn't matter what it is. Every single day we give our privacy in exchange for convenience without any question or qualm. But people have somehow got into their head this narrative that Facebook's this evil corporation. Really, they've started with a very simple vision, and that is to connect human beings. And I would say if you're keeping a tally board, they've done far more good than what they've done bad. And as far as advertising goes, the same people who complain about having targeted ads delivered to them, or people using their information so that ads can be delivered, well, the same people have probably been complaining for the last 20, 30 years that they were getting stuff in their mailbox they didn't want, or they were getting shown TV ads that they didn't want, stuff that wasn't relevant to them. And all of a sudden a service comes along that basically answers all their hopes and dreams, that gives them solutions to their problems when they weren't even looking for them, delivers relevant and targeted ads in a way that connects with them at the right moment and the right time, and they kick up a fuss. Or people say, back before Facebook. Well, people used to say back before TV, or back before radio, or back before we used to bind books. There's always a back before. That is a mindset. It's not about the technology, it's not about privacy. And even if we're looking at this construct of what we're calling privacy as the way that, in the way that it currently exists, has only existed for the last few hundred years. These artificial layers of privacy that we all have, I think largely it's a very good thing that they're being broken down or torn down, and it's making a more transparent world. And I think overall it's probably going to make the world a better place. And yes, there are people who have misused Facebook as a platform, and that happens with any service. People will set something up with the best of intentions, and there are going to be people out there who misuse it. And I think for the most part Facebook's done everything in their power to mitigate and to forward think, basically to make sure they reduce the effects of any damage and try to anticipate things before they happen. So I think, considering how young the internet is, and even Facebook as a company, I know they're 14 or something now, but they've gone from strength to strength. And the other thing is, they do an enormous amount of good in the world. And when Donald Trump was sitting on his hands last year when Puerto Rico flooded, Facebook was sending drones down to give people connectivity. They allowed people to activate beacons to let their friends and family know that they were safe. And all of this stuff is often overlooked. The other thing is, where are you getting your information from? The people who are making Facebook out to be evil are the same people who I remember not so long ago being targeted for wiretapping people, or any number of things. And mainstream media, as far as newspapers, have been known to use unscrupulous tactics to target people or gather data or capture data for as long as we can remember. And of course, they're the first ones to want to throw someone like Facebook under the bus, because as a business, it's the biggest threat to their business model and their current existence, which is increasingly diminishing. So that's the intent as far as I'm concerned there, and it's all about where you're going to get your information from. But just think about it logically, be level-headed, and Mark Zuckerberg's not evil, Facebook's not evil, and really we just need to focus on the good and trust that the bad's going to pan out. And remember, with anything, it's self-awareness, and if you're not paying for a service, remember, you're probably not the customer, you're the product. That's the case with this, but accept it. If you know that nothing's private, if you know your information is going to be used, and you can embrace that, think about all of the opportunities, think about the advantages. So don't sit and complain about stuff you can't control or you can't do anything about, and if you don't like it, don't use it. Simple. But it's a waste of space and a waste of breath to be complaining to people, to be venting, and some people have heard just sprout off claims and make Zuckerberg out as if he's some sort of criminal. And I'm not trying to stand up for him, but I'm just being objective here and looking at this for what it actually is. So I'm very interested to hear your thoughts. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree, maybe this has challenged you and given you a level of perspective. Comment below. I'd love to start a bit of discussion. And if you know someone needs to see this, maybe someone who's complaining a hell of a lot about Facebook and needs some perspective, then feel free to share it on. I'm Tom Bailey, and stay tuned for my next video.